The Golden Path to Gavril Part 1 was created to be a chronological reading of the journals from the achievements A History Most Violent Part 1 and 2, and the start of Reading Between the Lines. Since its release, however, I have come across 2 journals that are relevant to Gavril's history but are not part of those quests. While only changing the chronology of Gavril's history slightly compared to the last video, I think the added context here is interesting and wanted to share it with you all. If you haven't seen the first video yet, I recommend giving it a watch here and coming back after. If you have seen it already, let me re-jog your memory with a short clip. Saul. This will need to be brief as I believe my life to be at risk. The twins have been growing more and more impatient with my methods. Usually quite tractable, their voices have simmered to a calm eeriness that keeps me upright at all times, positioned so that the window and door are always in sight. I don't even leave my room without guards most mornings. I suspect that they are bored with the ritual now, working less fervently to hide their victims' screams from the other villagers than they did at the start. It's a bloodbath. And that brings me to the villagers. They're finally opening their eyes to the change in tone here. They won't enter any white mantled structure unless ordered or dragged. They've stopped eating our food. A few of them have even managed to escape. It was going so well until now, too. They were enamored with the results of our rebuilding efforts. I suppose too many have gone missing in such rapid succession. It's hard to blame every vanishing on a Valraven. I've tried to slow our movements, but I worry that this is causing a rupture that I cannot fix. The twins are done with me. I beg of you, come back and control this. Rhea. After Justicar Rhea is sacrificed on the Bloodstone by the twins Cordelia and Cosmos May, they turn their bloodlust towards the surviving members of the White Mantle. What follows are the final remnants of Inquisitor Macalena's journal covering the final days before her death. Rhea is dead. The twins care more about killing than the purpose. This place was a beacon for 5 minutes until it turned into a house of flagellantism. All of Gavril's citizens are gone now. A few managed to escape, but most of them died on the Bloodstone. I don't even remember when the last one was killed. A year ago now? 2? We've been killing each other for so long I can hardly separate killing for survival over killing for the ritual. What happened here? One day we were following Saul's vision in pursuit of the Golden City, and now I can't sleep without fear. Surely I lifted a brow when he said he found such a city tucked in the Isle. Even without proof, I stayed loyal. But when he asked us to stay behind on order of the Unseen Ones, the Unseen Ones are a lie. I'll be struck down for writing such words, but it's the final truth I know. I don't know if they deceived Saul or if he was in on the prank, but this entire ordeal wasn't in the name of salvation. We'll get nothing for the blood we've spilled. Not that the twins care about that, of course. They enjoy the sport. We're cattle and butcher. What's the Bloodstone even for? What have we done? We've fed this thing for years now. Should have figured it out when supplies stopped coming from the mainland. Saul left us to die, whether he knew it or not. I don't know how much longer I can hold out. All the boats have been burned. The false gods in their golden city rest somewhere beyond the mountains, so I can't travel north. I managed to stow myself in the tomb, which is fitting. After the restoration, we told the villagers it was an inn. Pushed them inside for safety. How many people died in here? Any day now, the twins or Manacaz or some other gold-masked charlatan is going to pull me out of here by the hair and bleed me out over a rock. I hope whatever the Unseen Ones are running from tears them apart. This last journal adds a little context to one of the previous notes. While I suggested that the townspeople being moved to the inn for their safety was to uphold the facade that the White Mantle had the townspeople's safety in mind, it in fact took place after the murder of Rhea Ingham. This was the White Mantle's final sin in Gavril, one that caused the bloodshed to spill over and consume everyone in the region. Eventually, it seems everyone dies on that bloodstone. The Massart Manacaz, the twins Cordelia and Cosmos, Inquisitor Macalania, all of them die to this futile ritual. Even so, with the fall of Gavril, the White Mantle is not done. Outside of Gavril, back on the mainland, deep within Kryta, they continue on. More bloodshed is needed to keep that door shut, and so Gavril wouldn't be their last target. It seems one of the few survivors of Gavril's massacre found their way to Lion's Arch, the first place we, as the player, come across the cult. This next journal tells us how they adapted their new life far to the south. It's warmer in Lion's Arch than it was in Gavril. I've been spending a lot of time outside here, so that makes me happy. Whenever I feel my heart racing and I can't calm it, I walk to the lighthouse and sit for a while. On a bad night, the only thing that keeps my head from bursting is staring out at the water and counting the ships in the bay. It helps a little. There's a lone one out there right now. It'll be busy in the morning. Trading day. I like it when the city's busy. The innkeeper's kind. She's letting me use a small guest room in the back. Just a bed and a trunk, but that's all I need, really. I only had moments to escape, so I left with my dress and a coat and some cheese stuffed in my pocket. I've returned the favor by baking bread for the tavern, just like I did at home. It reminds me of Mother. That's bittersweet. She's gentle, the innkeeper. I can tell she knows I struggled. She's curious, but she doesn't pry. I don't know if I'll ever be able to talk about it. All I know is that whenever one of those terrors from the White Mantle show their face in town, mine turns white. Who could I tell? Who'd believe me? At least I escaped. I may be the only one. Dorothy. Dorothy seems to have arrived before the White Mantle's true identity was revealed to the people of Lion's Arch, before the events of Guild Wars prophecies that took place here. That futility the escapees would feel witnessing history repeat itself. That same tragedy unfolding in their new homes, but being unable to warn anyone about it paints a starkly bleak picture for the future of these lucky few. We can only hope they survived long enough for the Ascalonian refugees to reveal the truth. With that, I've covered the last remaining details of Gavril's story. I want to thank the wiki for making these documents easily accessible, or I would have missed them in their entirety. In the coming weeks, I'll be back with the final part of this story. Initially, I'd planned to cover it all in one video, but as fate would have it, a final journal was discovered late, which mixes things up a bit. Wish me luck trying to figure out where that fits. I'll be back next Tuesday to cover the expansion reveal, so I hope to catch you then. Stay safe.